I'm Tamara, and on this episode of How to Photograph Everything, I show how photographing with movement, and I mean the photographer moving, can really bring up the energy on a shoot and bring out a whole series of expressions that you might not have seen from your subject otherwise.
All the way down, go like halfway down. Okay. Not yet. You'll see what we're doing. Okay, ready? Ready? Okay, let's do it. Okay, go, 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 go. You are sticking your tongue out. You. I'm not doing anything. I don't think I'm winning anything. Oh my God, that's so cute. That was so cute.
The amount of joy I had photographing this child is insane. She just brings so much to the table. But after we ran back and forth, she basically flopped down and I got these really fun images. They are, as you can tell, a little underexposed. This cracks me up. A little underexposed, but that actually works well when I know I'm going to go into post and do some work and have a lot of basically latitude to work. So if I take an image like this, for instance, and I open it up, and these are RAW files. This is right out of camera as a RAW file. One of the great things about ON1 2020 now is in the develop mode, you have this great opportunity to say, hey, I want to see what I can do in terms of the tone and color and have it automatically done for me. So if I click right here, see what it does, you see a few things. One is it obviously firms everything up. We've got some really great contrast. It's managing some more of the depth in the image. There's an assumption here that I have a bit more of a fill light on it than I do, but I know that I can change that by simply opening up the shadows just a little bit. And for my purposes, I'm actually going to bring the contrast down a little bit, and I'll show you why. So with doing hardly anything else, a pretty big change right there. Pretty immense change. But I want to do a few more things. So I'm going to go into the effects mode and I'm going to try a couple things. One, I really want to pop up some of this color. And what I could do is go into color enhancer and do the overall image. But as I'm backing up and looking at this right now, which is what I do a lot, I step back and I realize, you know, there's a lot of great color here. I don't want to bring this up anymore, but I do think it'd be fun for this color and this color here to pop a little bit more. So I'm going to go into local adjustments. I'm going to add a adjustment here. I'm going to go onto brush and I'm going to make my brush a little smaller. I want maximum feather, the ability to spread the effect that I am painting on. And I'm going to go in here into vibrance mode and just simply paint some of this in, knowing that even if this isn't as much or if it's too much, based on what I prefer, I can adjust this after I lay down where I want the effect to be. So I like that look. I want to increase the saturation just a bit more. I think I want to open up the shadows on this, kind of brighten that up a little bit right there. I like that. And then do even a bit more of deepening of the blacks. And so if you can look here, just by doing those simple moves, I went from this, which is great because she pops and it's fun, but I want the whole image to be really standing out and have this lovely compositional tool where we lead into our subject, and having this very bright, vibrant path goes a long way to do that. Another thing I want to do, I want to add an adjustment, and I want to be able to brighten up her face just a little bit more because I didn't have a flash with me. And I had it earlier, but when she plops down and does something very spontaneous, I wasn't there to shoot that. And so I want to be able to add just a little bit up, wrong way. It actually doesn't matter. So that's a great thing. So if you darken a part of the image that you didn't mean to, you can actually just make the adjustment later once you've laid down where the effect goes. Open up the shadows just a little bit more. And this basically works like if I had done my job at the time and had some fill light right there where I'd want it to be. And then the other thing I want to do is kind of give myself an overall vignette. Big fan of the Big Softy vignette, my favorite. Bring it down just a little bit here. And lastly, I'm thinking I just want a little bit more of a sunshiny feel to this image. So I'm going to add the sunshine. I prefer sun glow. Yes, that's lovely. I'm just going to bring it down a little bit to taste. And I'm going to pull back and look at this, something I do quite a lot when I'm looking at an image. Sometimes you can get very, very close to it and forget to pull back and see how it's looking. And I think as I'm looking at this, I want the overall exposure to just be a little hint brighter. Yeah, just like this. So a nice way to kind of see how you're doing is to hit the Tab key, which allows me to get rid of everything else and just see the image as it is. And that looks so good to me. So this is after. This is the image I'm going to want to finish with here. And this was what I started with, which, as you can tell, is quite a dramatic difference.